like been kind of busy on Sunday nights with Easter and then the movies and stuff like that. But tonight we're back into our study through the book of Mark. Walking through the book of Mark. We're in Mark chapter 13. If you want to take the Bibles, go ahead and turn there. We've had the last couple of weeks off, and I'm happy that we're turning tonight. We'll finish our study. Does anyone remember what our study was? Well, not the whole book of Mark, but we'll finish. We were studying something. Do you remember what we were studying? Anything in Mark? There's a section of scripture we were looking at. You guys really caught on to it quick. I can tell you that. It's deep, deep, deep. Okay. It has been a while, hasn't it? About rapture, tribulation, things like that. Okay. Hey, I want to open up prayer. We'll jump right into this. Father God, we come to you right now. Thanks so much for your word and how it speaks to us. And Father, we know that probably there's some people going through some floodings, some issues with water damage and things like that. So we just pray for those individuals even now. We know it's supposed to be some crazy weather tonight, so we just ask you to have your hand upon this area and those that are affected by it. Father, as we open your word tonight, we ask you to speak to us and prepare our hearts and minds for your word as we look at what Jesus is telling his disciples and what he's telling us. Father, we love you. We thank you. We ask in Jesus' name. Amen. A few years ago, for those of you who don't know, I work as an electrician as well. A few years back, I was told to watch this meter. And the meter was do things, and I was supposed to see how far this needle would go. And so, right at first, I sat there pretty intently. But those of you who know me know that I have issues with attention span. And it started going. And so I didn't really keep a very good look on the meter after a while. I mean, right at first I was top notch. I mean, I could tell you what that meter did and everything, and just watched that. But after a while, I kind of got bored. I started finding other things that caught my interest, and I started looking around, invented games and stuff in my head to keep me, because that's a long time to do it for 8 hours. To sit in front of a little meter for 8 hours, I just couldn't really do that. I mean, what were they expecting? They should have never thought that I was going to sit there and watch that meter for that long. Seriously, who could do that? That really ties into our sermon tonight, though. So if you take your Bibles, turn to Mark chapter 13. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Because all of you are already there, right? Mark chapter 13, verse 32. Here's what the Bible says. But of the day or the hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven or the Son, but the Father alone. Now, who knows when the rapture is going to take place? Who? Just God, right? So, why do people fall for the headlines, man or woman, whoever, predicts end of world will happen on such and such day? And everybody, did you hear that? It's coming to an end. I've unlocked the secret to the Bible, and I know exactly when the world's going to end. What did I just say? But of the day or the hour, no one knows. Not even the angels in heaven or the Son, but the Father alone. So if no one knows when the end of times is going to come in the rapture, then how can someone say this is when it's going to happen? I'm not a betting man, but if I was going going to place a bet, I would bet that that's the day it's not going to happen. And I would tell those individuals, if they really want to unlock something, they need to get in there and unlock the truth that there is a God and they're not it. Okay? They're not God. He's God. He's the only one who knows. Not even the Son knows when the end of times are going to come, when the rapture will take place. So, no one knows the time. Go to verse 33. Verse 33. Take heed. Does anyone's translation say anything else besides take heed? Be on guard. Be alert. Take heed. Be on guard. Be alert. Keep on the alert, for you do not know when the appointed time will come. Take heed. Be on alert. We do not know when the appointed time will come. We are to give special attention to the things that we're seeing. We're supposed to be on alert for those things that are happening. We, his children, are supposed to be paying attention to the birth pains as they increase, as the crazy weather that we're having, or the earthquakes, or the wars and rumors of wars. We just bombed Syria. Does everybody know that? We just bombed Syria a couple days ago. That was real big in the news, wasn't it? It was gone. I mean, it's there 1 minute, gone the next. There's a lot of things that are starting to pick up, and the earthquakes are getting more and more, and the wars and things are breaking out, and the Bible's unfolding right in front of our eyes. Vladimir Putin, he said, hey, if the West bombs again, the world will be in chaos. Hey, it's unfolding, people. The end of times are coming. They're coming clear. The rest of the verses here, 34 to 36. 34 to 36. The one thing I like about Jesus is how he always gives an example. That's something he's talking about, so people like me can understand what he's saying. It's like a man away on a journey, who upon leaving his house and putting his slaves in charge, assigning to each one of his tasks, also commanded the doorkeeper to stay on the alert. Therefore, be on the alert, for you do not know when the master of the house is coming, whether in the evening or at midnight, or when the rooster crows, or in the morning, in case he should come suddenly and find you asleep. So it gives an example that people can understand, especially back in this time. He says, be on the alert. It's just like the master of the house going somewhere. He says, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave, and I want you guys who are my servants, you have this responsibility, you have this responsibility, you have this responsibility, you have this responsibility. And he gives them all responsibilities, and he says to the doorkeeper, you keep an eye on the door. And I'll be back. It's the exact same Jesus said. He gave us the Great Commission, right? Go ye therefore, baptizing, teaching, right? All this stuff. So he gives us all responsibilities to do. And then he tells us to watch the door. The doorkeeper is kind of a cool job, because the doorkeeper was someone that guarded the outer gate to the house, to the land, the property. There's an outer gate. And the doorkeeper would go and they'd keep an eye out. They'd be looking for in the far distance for the owner, the master to come back, because you never know back in this time that the master might be being chased by the wild people in the wilderness, trying to get and rob them, to do bad things to them. And so it might be coming in a hurry, and they might have to swing open the door. But also the doorkeeper had to do something else. Had to keep an eye on who's going in and out, to make sure everybody's accounted for. Okay, well, they went out, so let's see, Mark went outside, so I got to make sure Mark comes in before it gets dark. Because when I close the door for the day, that's it. I want to make sure Mark's in. Well, my wife's sending out the search party for Mark. Put that to Jesus' terms. Jesus says, hey, I'm going home to prepare a place for you. You guys have responsibilities that you're going to do, but you're all a doorkeeper. You're all to be alert and be looking for the master's return. sometimes I think Christians are just like me when I was watching the meter. You know, right at first it's like, don't talk to me. I'm watching the meter. I gotta watch this meter. Then after the meter doesn't do a whole lot, I get kind of bored with things. And before you know it, kind of drifted away from watching the meter. How much do we really long for the return of Christ? I mean, because it says it. Jesus is telling his disciples, he says, you don't know. He could come suddenly. The master could come back suddenly. If we really thought that, don't you think we'd all be soul winners? If we really thought that, don't you think we'd try everything we could to get as many people in the church as possible? Or have we wandered away from looking at the meter to being on the other side going, and behold, he comes quickly. Jesus gives some parting words. And if you're visiting with us tonight, we have a short sermon because we have a business meeting in a few moments, but he gives us one more verse in chapter 13. He closes out this discourse talking about the return, the rapture. And look at verse 37. What I say to you, I say only to a few people. Well, so it says, you don't say just to a few people? Sherry, you say it's to all people? Let me look at that. I got bifocus must have been in the wrong spot, which I might have not been kept back far enough. What I say to you, I say to all. Does that mean you?
Yep.
To me?
Yep.
All means all, right? All means everybody, right? You, me, neighbors, everyone who calls themselves a Christian, this verse is talking to you. And to everybody else, but I mean, us as Christians, we should be looking for the Master. What I say to you, I say to all, be on the alert. Be on the alert. How many times do you scream to kids, straighten up, pay attention? I used to do this to my mom, Maverick, you and Johnny, you guys never saw this at church. Mom would say, straighten up, I go. She didn't think I was near as funny as I did. Pay attention. I am. That's be on the alert. Things are picking up, people. I do believe the end of time is coming pretty quick. I don't know when it is. I'm not even going to guess. When I grew up as a young kid in church, I heard pastors say, I believe it'll happen in my lifetime. Most of those pastors have passed. I don't know if it's going to come. Jesus doesn't know. But I'll tell you this. He's sitting at the right hand of the Father. And the day's coming. He's going to say, hey, go get my children. My question is, are we as a church on alert? Are we looking? Are we waiting certain degree. We are growing in numbers, a fantastic number this morning. But I say this, don't get complacent. I tell you here tonight, I shared it with the staff last week. I believe it was last week. I shared it Wednesday night with the church, if you wasn't here. As a pastor, I'm wanting to start a 200 campaign. 200. What I mean is that as a church, I want us to focus on reaching 200 people, and averaging 200 people on Sunday mornings, 4 weeks. Probably going to be right after Labor Day, go from September through to the 1st of October. And the reason being is, I think we can get out of the habit of inviting people to church. I think we can get out of the habit of seeing a number, and people say, well, Pastor, is this number 100? Yeah, I am. You know why? 200 people might change eternal destiny. That's 200 souls that get to hear God's word. 200 souls that will have an opportunity to respond and come to know Jesus Christ and have a mansion waiting for them. So 200 is just a number. But I think we have a duty as a church to be on the alert, to be on the watch, to take care of doing the duties we're called to do. Hey, are you ready tonight? I guess my question would be this. We all know that Jesus says he's coming back. Are you ready? We all know that Jesus says he's going to call us home. He's going to come back. Are we watching? The doorkeeper? The doorkeeper,